Previously on Tessie Teams.
Maybe this boat, maybe this vessel is a way to destroy where the shard came from.
I let my mask of many faces dissolve, the Cathris one, and anywhere that I have taken damage is now a crystal.
The homeward star itself appears to be getting larger without being able to see their full shape. You know that these are spires of crystal, razor sharp augers of amethyst crystal sailing from the points of the homeward star toward the ship. When Toothbrush comes out, it is one slice down through the top, and then the divine smite annihilates it.
I'm ready.
When you reach out, according to the letter of the pact, you reach out and wait for the energy, and it does not arrive. In that moment, you conceptualize the within the greater structure and route your request there.
Time is the enemy, the past, it threatens the fastest weapon. You wouldn't make it past a second, and that's the question. Play it brash and reckless, or choose a cautious solution you thought was prudent. In any sepulchre, pulchritude will become the putrid. It's that wealth that I'm pursuing. No mountain too steep or dungeon too deep to send expendable marks up to the top of the peak or beneath. They see you bleed, they come like sharks to it, while I swim in that money bin like Carl Barks drew it. So send your national parks druid, I'll send them home in a natural box with a closed top and most of the parts included. Save your breath for a cleric confessor. Death is a lesson and life is a tenured professor. But if you're seeking my official advice, sign on the dotted line and initial it twice.
All the way on.
Dark Carnival.
Hello. I'm Tycho Brahe of Penny Arcane and PAX. I'm also Jennifer K.
This show sucks.
Throw me off. Just threw me off. I'm also Jennifer K. Horcrims, your internet friend. I'm also Ominifus Herewardrun, CEO of Acquisitions Incorporated.
Wow.
I contain multitudes. But today I'm the second of the three things that I said. And I'm here to run a game of Dungeons & Dragons for someone who doesn't even fucking care. To my right.
Oh. Whew.
Yeah. Dragonborn narcissist.
I care.
Fun annihilator. Dinar Blitzen.
Very polite.
To my right, constantly picking up the stuff I'm putting out, giving it back to me at a higher rate of value.
Oh.
Walnut Dawn Grass, Kakra.
She's like an investment.
She's ripping the natural
like
world.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, she is. She's like my
Druid
cryptos.
Bitcoin.
Exactly. Bitcoin.
Hey.
Is there gonna be a lot of that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. To my left, not your grandma's grandma, except in those rare cases where she is your grandma's grandma, Rosie B. Stinger.
Slurp, 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 slurp. I used lube today.
Putting a twist. Oh, I was just gonna say it's friction free. It's like you get that glide. You know what I mean? That's nice.
Water-based. Gone.
To the left of my left, emerging as though from a mist shroud, Kafris Drow.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Do you like some of my lube?
I can do it at super speed now.
All right.
Order
now,
end time.
Okay.
I was just gonna
Can
say.
we play Dad?
Absolutely, we can play Dad. Do you have your sign? I'm Walnut.
I'm one.
Yucky boys.
Boys are gross.
Boys, no
No
fun.
boys.
Take off this mic. Get out of here.
But it's like you want to make sure that it makes the sound of like a person angrily taking up the mic. So you're like, buff, buff, buff. Buff, buff,
I
buff.
slam the tiny mic down.
Okay, last time on C Team.
Oh, I was just going to say,
Last saw our heroes.
when last we saw our heroes, they were even now, it just escaped the strange marble known as Toril by everybody who doesn't live there. The Forgotten Realms is just one place. It's a whole multiverse, people. Get on my level. So the main thing is that there was a kind of welcome party arranged for them, possibly by the Sanglith, that malevolent deity prison that for some reason Cthulhu consorts with for his warlock powers.
Not cool.
We got to start thinking about the morality of that. But beyond that, I mean, I guess welcome party, that's one way to put it. The other way to put it is that incredibly long, incredibly sharp spears of an amethyst-like crystal were launched headlong, who knows when, but launched in time to intersect the C team. Does the wild card license apply to outer space?
Yes.
Whoa.
Is that
Oh, geez.
Someone's read the contract.
level 3 documenter? You know what I mean? No, it's just kidding. No, it's just like
Objection.
Well, Phoenix, right.
Speaking of Documancer, I don't want to break your stride here, but
Please don't.
Walnut, all right, I'm going to do it anyway.
next part.
Walnut did some incredible documentary work on the
In real life?
show Dice Camera Action yesterday.
Oh, I was just going to say, is there anything that we should know as fans of the C team?
She met Jarlaxle.
Jarlaxle, Jarlaxle, the same one that stabbed Viari,
Viari, yeah.
and then I wouldn't heal him
Extremely.
for a whole game.
Yeah, extremely the same.
She got the 600 coins back for us. They've not been
Nice.
delivered. We got to figure out how that figures out. And she's in possession of a cloak that is worth 50,000 gold points.
Oh, my
Gold,
God.
gold points.
Sorry, I've been
points.
playing a lot of mobile games.
No, I was going to say, did you put
wow.
this? Did you put it on your card or something? Like, is it like a cashback thing?
points.
Yeah.
Gold points.
They're good at that one Chuck E. Cheese type place.
All right.
Dave and Buster's, yeah. You could,
Wait, so what's up with this cloak?
You know what? You can find out more on DCA's most latest episode. It'll be up on YouTube.
Wait a second.
I don't want to.
Are you wearing it?
Are you advertising other shows?
Oh.
I'm not gonna watch No, don't ever watch anything other than this. Watch reruns of this when you're not watching new episodes of this.
It's new to you.
Whatever this is. What is this?
Well, actually, no. Hold on. Chris Perkins just mailed me.
Oh, jeez.
Oh
Save
shit!
it
See
for
now,
tabletop.
now he's trying to get me on the DCA.
Oh, yeah?
He's trying to get me to
my
play
God,
on
you're
his
not
show.
joking.
Oh no, I literally just came in from C.
Weird
Perk.
flex, but okay.
Can we play?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, we can play.
Can we play
oh,
Dad?
Dude, this is even the new Dad
I know,
version?
yes.
Oh, this is exquisite. We can play Dad.
Sorry. That was on me.
As I suggested, there is, even now, even here, there is a phalanx of violent crystal, even now being launched headlong into the ship. Now, it is very, very important to know there's one unique twist on all this, and that is that there are currently 3 coming in. 2 have been substantially damaged. One of them is right off the shelf, essentially. If you were to be able to go to a store that sold hundreds of feet long spars of
Dark Home Depot.
oh yeah, exactly. Sparrow. If you could go to a delicious mall-based amethyst vending, I don't know. It got hard at the end.
That was a good one.
It got tough. But one of these, indeed the first of the 3, has attached to it, as its momentum is continuing to hurtle toward the ship, Prince Dinar Blitzen, even now being pushed in. And I mention this, it's vitally important that we go into this right now, because you can feel something, Dinar, actually being leached through the back plate.
Oh, God.
You can feel the divine essence that is responsible for your spells. Indeed, this has been established. Let's not say prison. It's not nice to call Dinar Blitzen a prison for his patron, Vars
vessel.
Malus. Sparomalus. But
Finally.
but at the same time,
Yeah.
Vars Malus is held within, and the interaction with
He can leave whenever he wants.
exactly the nature of this crystal structure is such that it is virtually magnetic when it comes to divinity. And even now, if were you to be able to see this crystal from the side, you would even see now a pair of massive gleaming copper wings pulled back, lensed through the remaining chunk of this crystal. Walnut Dongrass.
Yes.
I was about to say a name that should not be named,
Yeah.
and I refused.
Satan.
Bartholomew.
No. Samuel. You have acted
Yes.
as well. You have acted, and you have acted. And so it's important.
Rosie acted too.
Exactly.
I acted.
Is there anyone else who should act?
I mean,
Again. Yeah.
We got a whole bunch of warriors in Brahma.
yeah,
Indeed.
Brahma
But
can do some auditory.
I have them.
like-
I have everything listed here. I'm just curious.
Is this a quiz?
I'm just curious. Yes, I'm just curious
paying
which
attention?
one you would like
I
to
wanna-
see first.
I want to know what Brahma lays down.
Perfect. Perfect. I wrote it all down.
Fantastic.
Now,
Fantastic.
wow. This is the second utilization of this German word
Oh.
in as many games. I don't have a problem with it. There's a group. There's a group called the Fantastic Five. It's like a German rap group, and it's
Wow.
like the Die Fantastischen
Are they on the boat too?
Vier or something
Yeah.
like that.
Can we see what they do?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, they're not a part of this.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right, understood. Cthulhu,
Yeah.
on the out on the deck, as each of these long ago launched missiles were predictively launched missiles, you can Brahma comes up to you and puts a hand on your right shoulder and turns you toward her, and then she says, I need to do something, and you're not going to like it, but I'm going to stop before it destroys you. Is that going to work?
Pretty much your whole life.
Whatever you think is best. It's like I was gonna stop her before she got to. You might not like it. Let's see.
No problem.
Honestly, let's test this.
How well do you know me?
Yeah.
She, in a flurry of activity on the fretboard of the war lute, she seems to be trying to find a tone, and she has a local source of the material she is testing this tone against.
Ooh, yeah.
And as she finds it, very, very near to the body of the instrument, on the E string, the high E string, it should be said, you can see lacing cracks forming inside your forearm. Elsewhere in your body, even now hidden by the mask of many faces,
Yeah.
set like unwelcome gems in the meat of your flesh. Even these external gems have begun to warble like a loose tooth in your
That's what I
cheeks
was
and
thinking
chest.
of When you're a little kid and you're losing that molar. you just feel
Exactly.
it.
And then she can tell immediately. So what I want to know from you is there any visible sign from Cthulhu that this has begun?
I was going to say that I don't know that he put the mask back on.
He might have left
I
it.
think you might have been looking at a real rough Cthulhu at this point, because we don't need to keep that secret right now.
Even just out of politeness.
Maybe
Like
not.
at a soiree,
Yeah.
Something to consider.
I think if he noticed that there was somebody who was like extra disturbed, he would then reapply. But for now,
Absolutely.
we're in a fight.
But describe his face when a tone is found that is inimical to his physical composition.
Unfortunately, his impulse is to understanding what she's doing is to smile, but the pleasure comes from the knowledge
Yeah.
that she found the right one, not from the feeling.
Even even the eyes themselves are seeking some kind of exodus from the socket. And as they begin to slightly shiver in location, she pounds her palm flat on the fretboard and she says, I need you to go to the furnace. Get down as deep as you can in this ship.
Yes, I'll get down. Get down. Let's see. I don't remember if I have silence, but I will also away. I'm gonna run away, get into the bowels. I've been down there, right? Yeah.
Indeed, your head was slammed
right.
multiple times against the pole.
I'll go back there to my comfort spot.
I have silence, but I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, you know what's going on. Okay, I do not. I have darkness, not silence.
That could be soothing too.
Yeah,
It's the sound of silence. Darkness.
I run down stairs if I could find any if there's like any kind of batting or cloth or nets. I'm just gonna wrap myself in it. Hopefully, I can
Bundle yourself up.
keep myself physically together.
Jesus.
Be a pile of meat in a blanket.
Yeah, you might just unwrap it and find snacks.
It's like
treasures.
Exactly.
head,
Wealth.
and an arm, and a torso.
A pile of crystals.
The wealth of nations.
Blue pork chop and a geode.
Yeah.
It's a really weird Hillshire Farms board.
No, it's like
gift plate.
it's from their Eldritch collection.
Oh God.
So you find that proximity sensing disc that exists down near the berths. You find your way down, and in the seconds before this begins to close, the peal of this sound is ringing through the lower floor, and there are a few moments of intriguing agony
Exquisite.
before it shuts, and there's just eerie silence in there. From the deck of the ship, the story is very different. Standing out very near, indeed almost directly over Coriander's head there in the bow, there is a peal of this tone from the instrument that is louder than it should be. It's being augmented magically in some way. And as this wave goes out, it destroys 2 of the crystals, according to the HP values that remain from last week.
That's my wife.
Exactly. So Dinar, what happens to you is this thing is actively pushing you toward the deck of the ship itself. So you're basically just attached to the front of it, and these massive wings are now sort of growing out, almost like in a wing case, like on an insect. They've sort of grown out through this, and as it shatters, you find yourself like face down on the deck, sliding from the front very near the cabin's quarters, around a variety of dice-sized chunks of this material that you squeak along through, and as it bursts away, it's almost like if you were trying to get the power cord back into a vacuum cleaner, like a nice one. The wings themselves are withdrawn into your back with something like force.
What does it feel like?
I don't know.
They whip you in the ankle.
I mean, we'll talk about. I was just going to say, we can retain the original metaphor. Have you ever tried to put the cord back into a vacuum cleaner and been too close?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever used a bidet,
It's exactly like
but like
that.
one you're not familiar with, and like an aggressive bidet,
Like
and it caught you off guard?
A bidet, not like
that.
a home bidet.
Right.
Not your home bidet,
a
not the
way
one
bidet.
we're all familiar with. I'm saying like at like
Not like an office bidet.
no, the one we have here is great. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, but it's like I've met some bidets that were
Ornery.
Come on, too
ornery.
strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like connected to a fire hose.
Well, no, it's like when you go to the con, like the bidet convention, and it's
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
you're raw by the end of it.
Yeah. So it's like that, but on my back.
But on your back and from your divine wings. I hope
Did
that
we
that's...
see these wings? Did we see him?
No, you do. When he,
I was gonna say.
when he connects, basically, they sort of, there's a moment where they shiver and shake loose, like ringing crystals onto the deck itself. And so there is a moment where there is Prince Denarbletsen and a pair of wings, like comically large wings, that in an instant are reclaimed by the vessel.
As the wings come out, I think that, like, because we've seen you transform before, right?
Yes.
So,
Once.
like, as
One time, in a moment of weakness.
One time.
Yeah.
So Rosie's still got the helm, and she sees the wings come out. She's like, "Oh, he's doing it!" And then they come back, and I was like, "Dang it!"
This would be weird because he's been trying to access it
Right.
again to the
Yeah.
point where he questioned if it happened in the first place. And the only other time he tried to get it, he turned into a werebear. Like he's never been able to do it again.
Yeah.
He wasn't trying this time either.
No, he wasn't
It was
trying this
sucked out
time.
of him.
Yeah, it was getting
Something-
sucked out of him.
sucked
Yeah,
out,
that's the key.
But it was more like it was a constant question of faith since it's happened.
Right.
Oh
He's
yeah,
been like
and it's
having
basically
praying to himself, like trying to get it to happen again.
Praying
couldn't
to
get
himself.
It. Yeah. Just
praying to his own self. Exactly. But so he hits, slides back. Another one of them is basically hit by. It's almost like imagine if you could see like the front of an icebreaker ship. Imagine that there's no icebreaker ship at all, but the effect on the ice is retained.
Okay.
So when this wave of sound goes out, you just see it striking and then being ground against what appears to be nothing as the wave of sound pushes out from the ship. So
is he just like on the front of the boat, just like it's just destroying.
Guitar guy in Mad Max.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's vital that you have one. As soon as you have vehicles, it's like if it's not a Mad Max thing,
What's the point?
get the fuck out. But there remains a final spar of crystal.
Let me at him.
Yeah, your moonbeams are still going, yeah?
Here, go for it.
My moonbeams are still instantiated, so I just
Instantiated.
I know, it's a good word.
so it's like imagine them like
Ooh.
the searchlights, and they're like they're searching for something to.
This is a great word.
Oh boy.
Awesome.
They're searching for something, and then when they find it, they all just like beam in like
Like 1 point.
1 point. For 1.
For 1 point of damage. Great story,
11.
Walnut.
Nice.
Project
14.
Searchlight.
15, 16.
16. 16 damage.
I love it.
Not so bad. It's pretty good. Better than I did.
Could have been 40, but 16 is cool too.
It's double what a punch would have been.
There is a like ranks of daughters have begun to form at the foredeck,
Hell yeah.
and they throw 5 javelins, like black polished wood javelins, fall back, and the next rank goes out, and then the next rank. Let's see if they're able to destroy this remaining weapon. Ooh, that's very good. Jesus Christ!
My girls can get it.
Jesus Christ! Sorry.
Womp, womp, womp. No?
I was just the roll was okay, but the damage was the same thing 3 times, which doesn't make any sense. I'm just gonna roll it again just
Is it
to
the
see.
number of the beast?
Okay, no, that's a different number. That's great. As like huge, if to maintain the ice metaphor, planes of purple glass are being sheared off at odd angles as the javelins strike it, but they are not able to destroy it entirely. And when it encounters the belly of the ship, it passes clean through.
Uh-oh. Like forming a hole kind
It
of
doesn't
thing?
get stuck. It goes through like a moonbeam.
So we got a big old, like a hole in the middle of our
You
ship now?
you have two technically.
One in, one out?
Yeah.
Now it's clean.
How many holes are in a straw? This is a big question. How many holes are in a boat? Is it one hole? Is it two holes?
What is a boat?
And
Is it a straw boat?
Are straws impressive in
I
D&D?
don't. I think yes. I think anytime you have a straw, you're having a good time. That's been my experience.
Does this affect the structural integrity of our ship in a way that is significant to its
You
transit?
feel as though
We're taking on space.
with your in contact with the helm of this ship, you feel as though you have been struck. Like you have an awareness of it. You're not losing. It isn't like we roll dice and you take damage.
Okay.
You know where this is. You know that this attack essentially entered your right side
Okay.
and exited the left side of what might as well be your body.
Do I feel the pain of it?
You do.
Okay. That seems like something that would handicap me severely. So anybody on the bridge, I guess that's you two, anybody who's up there would see Rosie just collapse in a heap at the wheel. Like there's too much pain.
Oh no.
I know,
geez.
right? Oh geez, exactly. Yeah, she's down.
Am I in a place in the hold where I would see that happen? Not you falling down, but do I see
That
a
would be
huge hole?
amazing.
Just see this giant
Dude,
spear.
that would be
on the other side.
incredible. Like you're down there hiding, it's pitch black,
And it's just
and you're wrapped up, and then straight through the middle of the room. We have to do it this way because it's too awesome.
Yeah.
Because you're in the safe place.
Right.
So it goes through, and then, not 5 feet from you, it slides right over, it slides, what remains of this spear goes right through the top of this room, exposing the the impetus of this device. So I'm overjoyed that you chose to collapse in this way.
Me too.
Good job.
So I am lying on the deck of this ship, and I have no concept that I haven't been injured yet. So I put my hand to my side and come away. I'm like, how much blood is there, right? And I assume there's none.
There's absolutely none.
And I touch the other side, and the pain's real. It feels like I've just been run through, but I don't see any blood. And so my first thought would be Walnut. And
Did it.
Did it. She finally did it.
It's like, God, it's been a long time coming.
She speared me with one of those magical moonbeams.
No, when you pass out, I look over to you. I'm like still trying to maintain my concentration, but I look over and I just scream Rosie.
Yeah. And I think I'm in so much pain. I feel like I'm dying, but I'm fine. And I'm confused, and I'm like, what just happened? I don't think I saw. I mean, I may have seen the spear come through, but I didn't see it puncture the ship. So you might have from the edge of the ship.
Yeah, can I?
Yeah, you can definitely like hold on to the edge.
Yes.
It's a vertigo-inducing act.
No.
Yeah, but you can hold it and then sort of
Your Jamamine?
Yeah, I got my
gingerly-
Dramamine.
just gingerly look over, and you can see that there is a surprisingly clean entrance on this side.
Is there still a spear coming towards us, though?
No, you're clean.
We're good?
Mm-hmm. The other two were destroyed by the sun.
So seeing this, I would look at Rosie and I would just say, stay with the helm.
Okay.
Because I'm scared that we're going to just start.
Right. So I'm still like, oh my fucking God, I'm so much pain. But there's one hand that's on the bottom of the wheel just keeping her straight.
Yeah.
one finger.
Yeah, exactly. It's one-touch controls. This is the latest.
OnStar. I have a problem.
OnStar.
And then I say, Dinar, quit laying around. Come with me.
Yeah.
So you're not.
Dinar would have tried to get up, but I imagine he's just like flipping around.
Oh, yeah, for
being
sure.
hurled onto the deck, and this god being sucked back into him. He's like,
You're not far here. As far back as you were taken, you aren't far from the entrance that would take you deeper into the ship. But like the extent to which that's your priority, that's up to the prince.
yeah. No, I would imagine he was slower to get up than Walnut was already up and active. So if he saw Walnut go attend to Rosie and Rosie seems okay in responding, then he would follow. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna go. I wouldn't know about the hole in the back, so I would go down into where the hole in the
Yeah,
bow
exactly.
is.
So you, as you go down, you can sort of see this hole that is on the right side of the ship coming through. You can see that it sort of abrades. It sort of it cuts through the floor of the second deck, and then exposes sort of the curve of the below deck area. And Coriander doesn't seem any worse for wear. She's continuing to chew, and
Thank God.
watching this universe melt down around her seems fine.
So I'm starting to put together that Rosie and the ship are connected in some way. And
As we're walking down the steps,
yeah,
I just say,
Rosie,
I'm
the ship.
not following you because you told me to. I'm deciding to come down here.
I go, well, you're a very good decisionist, yes. And
Hardly the time, kid.
so I have Dinar because I want some muscle with me in case something is weird here. So I see the big hole in the side, and I can just see space through it.
You can.
How big is the hole?
The hole, let's see. The hole is probably
Just nothing.
So small?
No hole?
no.
So small?
Like a space ball.
What was left of it after after the moonbeam and after the repeated javelin strikes was probably a perfect spear of about 5 feet in diameter.
Okay. Okay. I have a. Okay, so there's two things we could do. Is we could plug it up, or the DM could allow a rule of cool something.
Well, I've got all kinds of stuff that I would love to happen here.
He's the coolest
He's
DM
so
of all.
cool. Look at him. He's so
you
cool.
would definitely
Look at
allow
him.
it.
Whoa.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. I look at Dinar and I go, do you have anything that can fix this?
This is cool.
I could fight it. I could fight that hole. I could fight space.
The darkness, fight all
I'll
space.
fight space. I can make more water and food. We can plug it with
potatoes?
with potato mush.
With the
That's
starch,
about it.
the potato cement.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good visual.
If I use,
Trowel.
because I have heat metal, and she's made of metal. Is coriander not
yeah,
metal?
our horse is not metal. I mean, that's the question of our age.
Plug the hole with coriander.
Can we
she's
plug the hole
going to
with
try to
flesh
mend it.
horse?
She's
essentially.
flesh now.
Yeah. But she's also
yes.
bigger than 5 feet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so we
You
can just
balled
plug
her
it
up.
right-
Yeah, just a thunk. Hammer.
Keep going with what you're thinking.
So, she would take damage, but it's a minuscule amount, and I'm wondering if the pieces that have like gone away could like melt and make
Delicious.
make a patch.
I like that. So it would be thinner in this area.
Yes, so it would be a weak spot.
But it would, you could seal it up.
Yes,
Yeah, I like that.
you like it?
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's going to do for one over here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's the one in the front.
Yeah.
I feel like
Well,
that's
the one
where
that
all
they'll
the wind's
see.
coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what are the negative effects of having these holes?
Yeah, don't all we need is an engine.
Rosie's in agony.
I mean, I'm in agony.
Oh, okay,
but
all right. That's true. Still? I thought it was like a one-time
we
thing.
just hear a wailing from the deck.
Oh,
We could probably numb the sides.
Like a
Just kill the nerves.
Saw 454.
No,
Yeah.
it has to turn into this grandpa thing where Dinar thinks that the solution for every problem is simply to apply enough starch.
Potatoes, yeah.
Just start putting starch.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, good.
on
Water
Rosie.
I'll boil. Let's
Nothing
see
a
what's
potato
going on.
wouldn't fix.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can melt that.
So I do that.
Yeah, you can close that up pretty well.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, is this so the ship is metal then? I assumed it would be like a wood construction.
It's something. It is something like a. It is something like an ironclad.
Okay.
She
Space
was made
beast.
of metal when she.
Yeah,
I see.
because of Penitent's mask, I think.
I am.
All right, and then we.
So
put a tarp over the back.
so you are looking over to your right, Cthulhu,
Yeah.
out a remarkably clean, tastefully appointed, gaping wound.
A port.
Yeah, indeed, exactly. It's if anything, it's like
Gazing room.
it was an oversight that it didn't include it before.
Yeah. Let's assume that. Let's say that I've gone over to the back side where it exited, so that I didn't encounter them. I don't know that I would find a need to fix it because I'm not aware of any other issues. I'm interested in. You said that this thing tore through, and did it expose any of the mechanism at all?
No. It's just clean straight over the top of it.
Oh, okay. But did it reveal it at all?
To the outside?
Yeah. The mechanism. I mean, whatever the.
Oh no! It's no! It is luck, supreme luck.
Okay.
But you know that was like a smaller iteration of the things that had occurred before. That if any one of those,
Yeah.
it would have. I mean, it would have destroyed the.
Right.
You'd be floating in the phlogiston, I think is what they
What
call
else is
it.
in the What else is in the room?
What if you create water and then space just makes it cold and then it just becomes ice? Space is cold, right?
Nah, I don't know. Is space cold in D&D?
Is space cold in
I have-
D&D?
That's a legit question.
I don't know anything about space in D&D. It's operating in
I don't
weird
know
ways.
anything about space.
in D&D.
Like regular space.
Space is cold in real life, though.
Oh, well, there you go.
I can make 45 pounds of food. It just doesn't specify what shape or anything.
Can you make
can make a-
45 pounds of the fluffiest food? 45 pounds
I
of
can make-
marshmallows would be a lot.
I
of
can make
space.
45 pounds of about 5 foot in diameter fluffy pancakes and just clap them on top of it. And then we're
What
done.
about one big 45-pound pancake?
Yeah. Which would you rather fight?
I
I don't. Do we need to close it? If you.
Rosie's hurt by the hole.
He doesn't know that.
Yeah, I don't, number one, I don't know that, and number two, because
I don't
I'm,
care.
Fuck it, walk it off. Get your head in the game. There's no wound.
5 feet isn't that big. Is there nothing else in the room?
Does your front wound feel any better based on this them sealing? Do we
Oh,
know
yeah,
this?
good question, DM.
How does it feel? How does this side feel?
Now you're cattywampus because you're mostly experiencing the pain over on one side.
Okay.
All right. But that feels like an improvement.
Definitely.
Okay.
So the Cthulhu equivalent organ that you have is peeking out the side of the hole. That doesn't exist in your body.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you feel it when he is like sort of just patting the rim?
Do I feel like the edges? Do I feel a little finger?
I just want to know
No.
the bounds of it.
Everything's
seen-
a goddamn science experiment with you.
We have to understand.
I know.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
No, the main thing is just the sense of not being whole.
Okay.
Hole.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Then I'll walk over to where you guys are. Now that I hear what you're doing, and I just say, "There's a hole, but I mean, it didn't hit anything. I don't even know what you need to seal that up."
We go, Rosie is in terrible pain. She's connected to the ship somehow.
Oh.
You can hear her up there.
That's one of her whales.
It's 50% better though, I'd say.
Oh, wow.
Something happened down here that improved the situation.
All right.
Give Coriander more carrots. I don't know.
Inventory of the room. DM, what else is in that room?
Yeah, what do we
In
got
the
in
room,
that
in the room with
Is it the
Cthulhu?
pipes?
Yeah.
The room
Room
pipe
with the
room?
Is there?
It
I remember there was a
essentially looks
table
like-
and stuff.
No, that was the middle
That's
floor.
the
Yeah, but I mean, we could.
Yeah,
Yeah, you could
if
get
if
that.
you need
Yeah.
to get something,
push it through that tiny little
Yeah,
lever
I mean,
hole.
there's a variety of supplies that they have in there that they brought in, but most of it is pretty individually very small. It'd be like crates and like wooden boxes and things like that. There is the large table. Getting it down that hole might be challenging.
Just need to get a 5-foot piece of it down there.
Yeah,
I could smash it into pieces and take a 5-foot piece down.
Yeah, do it. Use your
Do we give a
strength.
shit about
Fucking
that table?
do it.
Yeah.
No,
All
I don't
right.
give a shit about that.
Okay. Well, I thought it was like a special table. All right. Well, then if there's nothing big enough to cover a 5-foot hole, it's either a pancake or a smash table.
There's one.
I vote smash table.
There's one nerdy person just sort of eating their cereal on the table though, and they're not done yet.
All right. Well, then I wait.
I have to finish my cereal, please. I had this room for another 10 minutes.
I
one of the-
smack the cereal away from him. Who's on this ship? Is it one of the daughters is like that?
See, you're a great dungeon master.
We don't even know who it is.
It's not even anyone.
And then I'm gonna write someone a stern letter, and then they leave. Yeah. Who are they?
Yeah, what was her name, Chris?
Tony Cereal. And I thought of it earlier.
Tony.
And I had it earlier.
I'm sick of that guy.
He's fucking. You know what he does. You know what he gets up
I'm
to.
glad he's gone.
I'm so tired of them.
God.
All right.
So I look at Denara and I go, what are we going to plug this thing with?
I'm going to smash that table that Tony was sitting at.
Good.
So I clump up another level.
Yep.
And you just hear the violent smashings and wailings.
From up above, you hear Rosie go, Tony, get back downstairs. I don't want to see your face up here. I already told you.
No, we don't have any more cereal.
No, you ate the last of it. I'm in so much pain, but only about half as much as before.
Do I have to, what do I got to do to hurt this table? Like, emotionally?
Well, I mean, you'd have to talk to it about things that, maybe some emotional moment that you both share.
I mean, the whole time I'm just making fun of cedar as a concept.
As a
Garbage
Yeah,
wood.
yeah.
You hear Walnut go, hey.
I like cedar. Do I need to roll to break this table, or it's just standing there? I get a
should.
surprise attack at least.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It doesn't know I'm coming.
Roll because that's how we give things away.
Hey, we gave something away!
Kidding?
Fuck that table. That's a big old 2-0.
I can't see it in this light.
Yeah, either.
I smash it, and it turns into a perfect, it's like a wow. Like I destroy, and it just forms like a little stack of 5-foot diameter, wooden circle planks. Perfect to plug a hole.
Yeah, it's optimal. Revered Shadow Council, you're a servant in Arblitz and Zafar Juboon. Now,
This is a cool one today.
I was just gonna say, what's the first thing that you get away? Is it the cool die, or is it the Otherwood Academy box?
Yeah, die.
Yeah?
The die?
Okay. So put it in there. Of course, we have
Get this crap out
Alyssa's
of
sign.
it.
Yeah. Look at this cool font.
This bad boy.
Ho ho ho!
What are the colors on this one? I can't
So
tell from
large.
here.
It's a cool mix. It's a cool mix. It's like a blue orange type.
Ooh,
Wish she
teal and
rolled a
orange.
20 on that.
It's dope.
Ooh.
It's dope. And it
get there
has a
eventually.
fresh font as well. That's from Level Up, and it's going to go
That's
to a
lovely.
cool person. Now, so you're putting these pieces down. So it's the optimal configuration. It's some Janari sword technique. It's like the woodcutter's blow or something like that.
It's like he's got both swords out, but he can't use both swords well.
Yeah.
Against a defenseless table, who doesn't see him coming. It's like a hibachi chef.
He's got the egg on the back.
Yeah.
And he's making the heart. It's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
He comes down with the slabs and an onion volcano on the end of the sword.
So you're able to fish get the pieces down through the aperture, stack them through. I mean, the ultimate scenario here would be that they would be able to be fixed or fastened to it with heat metal, but
I can blow another spell slot, sure.
I would do that.
Love to do it.
I would do it.
Hate using 2 of the same spell, but I
Oh
will
no,
do it.
same.
Technically, I know it's possible. Fans.
Web.
Fans.
But yeah, so as soon as that gap is mended, there's a breath that you've been holding on to, just in case you needed it. And after they've completed their work there, you feel confident that you can let the rest of it out.
Okay.
I come running back up on the deck. I'm like, Rosie!
I don't feel any more pain anymore?
No,
Okay.
it has to do with the exposure, like the gap.
Okay.
You just know when it's there. I think
right.
a small one would be like an itch or something that would be bothering you, like something you had to do later that day.
Sure.
But at a certain threshold, it's very, very hard not to think about it.
Okay, tell me what happened and then tell me what you did, because I feel fine now, but I definitely did not feel fine 2 seconds ago.
And so I grab you by the shoulders and I go, you're connected to the boat. It had a hole in it. You were experiencing pain.
Oh no.
Somehow you and the ship are like becoming one or something. I don't know.
Okay.
It's horrible.
It sounds
And I hate it.
it sounds fascinating, and I have no explanation for it. So, onward, I suppose. Let's try not to run into any more stuff. That sucked a lot.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And so I cautiously take the helm again, the wheel, and I like half expect to feel something when I do it. I
Right.
assume that I don't.
No, but it's possible that there may be a period of time where seizing that helm has this moment of hesitation or worry.
Right. Okay. So yeah, I touched, and I was like, okay, we're good.
Are you still below?
No, I would have run
Okay.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You stayed down there?
Oh, I'd come up too. I'll yell from below. I'll be like, Rosie, are you okay? Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I'm good. You're not gonna believe it though. Tony Serial came up here after we told him not to.
Do you need any potatoes?
You know, I could use one.
All right.
I can only make 45 pounds. Like I can't.
45 pounds on the way.
You have to. But
And then he makes 45 pounds worth of potatoes.
But it doesn't create the wheelbarrow you would need to carry the potatoes around. Like
No, they're just loose downstairs now. Just
They're
rolling
rolling.
around. Rosie said she needed one, so he's going to make her
Oh, does
potatoes.
Rosie feel that? You feel any potatoes
No,
rumbling
but I
around in
pretend
there?
I do.
I'm heavy with potato.
I'm pregnant with potato.
I'd like to imagine that the daughters are actually really into like the bare minimum nourishment deal.
Oh, yeah.
Where
Just
they're
like
just like down there like
raw
just
potato.
raw potato, eating it like an apple. Pomme de terre, something.
No, exactly. But let's figure it out. Here's how I would do it. You let
Okay.
me know if this is legit. From what you know about from the EPA rituals, I think it's a sort of thing where they each take a bite and then pass it.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Bite,
Pass potato.
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
But I feel like that's how that's the situation.
That's
that
how
I
they
can
get
see.
down, yeah.
Yeah, and it's okay when it runs out, and then they get a new one, and then that goes around. But there's a sharing system.
Yeah, and then they all baby bird it to each other.
Nope,
No?
nope. That's a
Oh,
part
okay.
of a different game that you run at home.
Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Sorry.
But not like gentle, like bleh. It's like aggressive,
Violent.
like across the room. Yeah, like pooh, and just a hard nugget shoots across, like ha.
But it's like Olympics for them.
Oh,
They
yeah.
practice it and
It's like Cirque du Soleil. They like backflip. Hoo, hi, hup, tup, hoop, hoop.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Walnut weeps a single tear.
The old ways.
The old ways. Just like when I was a kid. So Rosie takes us more into space.
Yeah, I'm still heading toward the Homeward Star, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
and you can see that that configuration obviously diminished since you were a girl. But it is plainly that configuration now broken with the lack of a few of the individual stars.
And the stars themselves, I remember that they were turning red at the beginning of this game, but
That's right.
now they're just gone, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
They go red and then they go out.
Okay. And how many are missing now?
There's a few that are missing. I left that up to your. I consider that a part of your character.
Sure, okay.
All I know is that there are 5 left.
5 left.
Because there was a period of time where you were making like cool pins and
yeah.
cool constellations and stuff. I never
Yeah.
want to touch that. I'm just saying there's 5 left.
Yeah, don't want anything to do with that. All right. So what I remember about the Sang is that there were 8 gods imprisoned.
And you've all listed out?
Of course I do.
That's great. Here, why don't you tell us who they are?
Okay. I have Malith,
Well,
who was the first.
yeah, exactly. But that's not there anymore, right?
Exactly. To her left, that which endures. To the left of that is the Left of that is Celestian. Left of that is Lilai Puai. Left of that is Hastur. Left of that is Hibakik. And then left of that is like an octagon.
Yeah.
Is just called 148.
Exactly.
And then we also had this translation
puzzles,
of
yeah.
this puzzle, which was a riddle. The void child, the divine prison, its prey may sup the trap, devoured but not consumed, but no, the last must be first, which presumably was Malith.
Indeed.
And that which endures has also been freed. So the next step is the right? Okay.
It's so crazy how this all works out.
It is so, Jerry, it's so crazy.
It's like you planned it.
I discovered it in an ancient temple. I understand that my mother and father were archaeologists, and occasionally they would take me with them on their adventures.
I love a DM origins.
I'll never forget the day we entered the crypt. The crypt. No, there was no crypt.
It's like Mighty Max.
Crypt.
Yeah.
So I'm heading toward the Sangolith, but it occurs to me as I'm pushing forward, I'm still thinking about the ship, but then I realize Cthulhu is he okay? You're on the deck with us, right?
Yeah, I'm here now, and you can see that. Well, I assume I'm as okay as ever.
Yeah.
Just look.
That bad, huh?
It's basically the Eldritch Eeyore.
Oh no.
The tail falling off.
The color is even the same.
Yeah.
Does his arm still look fractured from what Brahma did to him?
No, it heals very quickly. Like it's like a liquid crystal sort of thing. Like
Liquid crystal alloy.
alloy. So it comes back together. It's a part of your body. Whatever this material is, it is highly resilient.
I think I forget myself for a second, and I like, Cthulhu, is Cthulhu okay? We just destroyed all these. Are you okay?
Yes.
You don't feel anything? Nothing?
I don't feel any better, but I'm same as I ever was.
I feel that. I know what you're talking about.
These old bones.
Well, all right.
Well, here, let me do something to help you. And I go over to the railing and I start to massage it. Are you getting this?
I don't actually feel anything, but I say that feels really nice. It's so much.
Hey, that's good. Oh, right there.
Interesting.
About his like little weak bony hand.
I know.
I love
would
that
the
he would do it
equivalent
to the
be?
boat, but not to Rosie.
It's like
Yeah.
No,
If you could feel it, it would be like if you could feel it, it's just like a
Yeah,
spider.
exactly.
Like
Like something
walking.
crawling on me.
Yeah.
It's impossible for me to feel it.
Dude, the Cthulhu massage is not. That's the real horror of this campaign.
Yeah.
Even the idea of it.
It's M''SSAG.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lay down, face up.
No blanket.
Yeah.
No, yeah. It's going to be tentacle based.
Oh yeah. So there's a lot of coverage.
Yeah.
All right. I'm side-eyeing you because I don't know if that was just like the initial volley, if those are maybe pieces of ammunition that don't affect the Sangolith, if the Sangolith itself was still going to affect you. So Rosie's got her eye on you, but pressing forward.
Yeah.
Top speed, warp 9.
Ooh.
You like that? It's fast.
I think it's a command. Yes. All right. It's working.
You're interacting with the railing.
Yeah, I just want to know how all this maps.
Actually, so Rosito,
Yeah.
you're starting to get a sense of it. So as Coriander travels through this place,
Right.
and there's innumerable of these stars, which, having been close to something like this, it's possible they all represent places like where you just came from.
Sure.
There's or something else. It's hard to know because you have so little information to go on. But in the space between these things, between. No, we're not going to do that. We already did it. It already happened. I'm sorry about that. So, but you can sort of feel like that space itself seems to have a texture that you can sort of feel from the helm, like through the wheel itself. You're getting a sense that there are places of resistance and places that support momentum.
Interesting. Like as though I can feel the wind on the sails.
Exactly.
Kind of thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
There is something like that out here, and it just requires experience. So I'm looking for manimal handling. I don't know if you've ever seen that incredible program.
Animals? Oh yeah.
Manimal handling.
You got it. I'm gonna handle these manimals.
Oh my
That
God.
out here.
Got the Cthulhu special. I got a 6 manimal.
Okay, so it's something like a doldrum, and you moving through this space, right when you think you're getting it, right when you think that you are like in the slot, moving along with where it wants you to go, and it's like having to tack on the water. You know where you need to go, but it's not like it isn't a straight line. You can't pass directly, and it isn't like you strike a wall or anything. But there's parts of this new sea that welcome travel, and there's parts that do not.
So one thing that I have done is had at least 1 or 2 conversations, presumably more off camera, with Cthulhu about the nature of what's happening with the bee stinger family and the Singolith. And so I think that in the midst of your, I would say, frenetic massage,
I've now moved on to
Terrifying massage.
the almost done with it. Yeah. The part where they're like, okay, warm up and get out of here.
I would call to you from the helm because I can sense that something's like I can sense this texture, but I also know that I can't contain it. And so you're the only person I can think of that a short, nonsensical explanation would appeal to. So I yell for you. I say, Cthulhu, I think I could use your help.
Yeah, okay. No, I wander over immediately.
And I explain to you all of this about like I'm hoping that you'll understand what I say when I say this, but I can feel through this helm the texture, the friction of space, but I can't quite get a grasp on it. Will you try?
I can try. I'll attempt it. But I don't even know that. So this boat has sails also, right?
Yeah.
Like we've seen it
does. Yeah.
Are they doing anything as far as we know?
You think that these sails may not be for travel in this place, but they simply emulate a comfortable shape.
Right. Just you look up and you feel like you're safe. Even though they don't do anything. It's for show only. It's like a lifeboat, but it's actually mounted. It's part of the boat. It doesn't come down.
No.
It's painted on.
Yeah. I grab hold of this shape. I mean, it wasn't built for me. Like I have to like kind of crouch down on that raised part of the
deck. Or you stand up and then just have a hand sort of leisurely, like down low, like shoulder, like, Rosie's shoulder height. It's just a very dainty.
A guy driving a speedboat.
Yeah,
standing.
exactly.
Yeah.
One hand maneuver, very, very patrician pose.
I think Cthulhu would want to be like 10 and 2 type of a driver. Like I want to do it the right way first. And then
The way they teach you.
Right. Yeah, do I get as I pitch it slightly, do I get any? I mean, I'm sure. Do I feel the resistance? Like, does it respond to me?
Well, here, let's approach it.
Am I to handle?
Yes.
Let's try. What is mine?
Good luck.
You have a lot of charges.
She's a doozy.
Oh, I do.
Oh, yeah.
I will take a. I'll goose it.
I don't know why.
For $1
Why did
more.
anyone give you these challenges?
I don't know.
Because you're a mess.
Not great.
Tony
That was a
Cereal.
5.
Tony Cereal.
So
Hey.
that's a 16. I got 0 for
Okay.
it.
Okay, if you as you look out, and it's a process of experimentation, which is obviously something that Cthulhu is suited to well.
It never ends.
Yeah, exactly. So you've begun to sort of, the ship was already sort of stuck in a place. There's profit in experimentation at this juncture.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, imagine you were looking at the grains of sand on a beach. And it's a uniform material, but it has a kind of weft or weave based on how it's constantly being reconfigured by the waves, right? And so it takes a while to look out over the bow and see this, see these slight gradations in the texture of this place. But you think that you're getting closer, and you think that they could be described. Like you think it's purely a matter of experience.
Is Cthulhu any better at seeing it through these crystal eyes? Would he be able to discern?
You could try. I mean, for that, I would say we'd be looking into more of an arcane way, and it would lens through your...
Let's try.
Yeah.
Let's enjoy it. No goose this time. Just skill. I think that's a, what is that? 14. Not much.
It's like a bundle. It's like a rubber band ball. I mean, you think that it's sort of like ribbons and pathways that sort of go around and fold in on each other. And the whole of the place seems to be like this. Something like a puzzle, like a rope puzzle.
Do I notice any that seem like something that we could slot into?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Think of something like the trade winds.
Yeah.
Right. There's this place, as all places, submit to the and there are tracts of this that can be that you can slide this vessel into and take advantage of that.
I'm describing it to you, Rosie. I'm considering this, and I think, oh yes, I understand. I think I understand. Do you know the thing that I like? This is that though also. So I know this too.
Great.
It's the same for me.
That's terrible news.
So with enough practice, let me put it in terms that anybody could get. This is the thing I know, but then I'm looking at it, and now I get it. If you just do the same thing, you'd also get it.
I take your hand and I try to look through the crystal of your arm.
I want perception rolls. I never even considered that. That's dope.
Ooh, what if you goose it?
Hey.
Got a 4.
I can't
I
goose it.
was saying I'm giving you
You
my
want to goose me? Thank you
Say
so
a 4
much.
while looking through Cthulhu should be a 20.
Should be a 20.
Okay, that's better. It's 14.
Yeah. So through this, and there are still even now on the deck of the ship, there are still small pieces of this inert crystal from the spears. I mean, most of it has been tossed overboard, I'm sure by now. But you think it wouldn't be hard to secure a small piece of it, and then maybe even affix it to a tasteful chain that you could have something for your birthday, maybe.
That sounds nice.
But that could be gazed through.
Do you know, I recently learned why, this might be everybody knows this, but I recently learned why pirates had eye patches.
Fucked up, right?
It's so good. So the reason is not because they lost their eye all the time, but because it helped them maintain night vision in one eye when they needed to go below decks. So they could just switch the eye patch to the other eye and still have perfect night vision in that eye. Anyway.
It's incredible. It's something like that, except through the deeply corrupted limb of one of your friends.
So I think that is, I would take I don't have any fabric, but the idea that I would have would be to kind of affix a broken shard of this crystal into
something safe.
An eye patch that I could wear.
Fuck, are you for real?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's
yes. Objection. Whatever the opposite of objection is.
Hold it.
Hold it, yeah.
Hold it.
Okay, if you relate that to me, I'm gonna rip off a segment of Velvet's cloth. The one that I carry.
Screams in agony.
He's not even here. You won't even miss
They
it.
have this like red and amethyst.
Yeah.
Sash.
Yeah. Is it an amethyst or is it more ruby-esque?
It sits between it.
Okay, so it's like a reddish purple.
Yeah, imagine that like the very center of it. It depends on like how much light is going through it.
Yeah.
Imagine that the very center of it has something like a richer red cast.
Okay. Cool.
It's like when you would read those like comics or like fun magazines. Remember, you'd have to have the red glasses.
Yeah,
Have all the red
totally.
squiggles, and then when you put the red glasses on, it makes them all go away. You can see the picture underneath.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah,
so
it's like that. Except when she wears this, she sees the squiggles. Except in this case, the squiggles are good to see.
It's good squiggles.
Because essentially sort of unfolding out from the boat, you can see like the currents. It's just that the currents aren't flat.
Ah.
Like,
okay.
and there's like a moment. It's something like the moment of realization feels something like a laugh. Like the second before you're gonna laugh.
Oh, it's like a hysteria.
Yeah, exactly. Like when it's like, oh, this is how it is. You're looking out, and it is as though a giant has put one hand on this side of the ocean, one hand on this side of the ocean, scrumpled it up into like a kind of apple
Sure.
shape, and you see it, and you're just like, oh,
Yeah.
oh.
It's hilariously simple.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's just it's an ocean that won't behave itself.
I understand now, thanks to what I can see through you,
And all it took was the limb of a friend.
as usual. I do think that Rosie is so relieved by. I'm so relieved by this revelation that there's like this, like, I get it. Okay. That makes so much more sense. And there's this hug of relief around your leg. Just like, thank you.
And from me, there's you did.
I did. And I look up at you, and I've got one eye now that looks like all of yours, right? This is really great. This this eye patch.
Yeah.
And there's like I don't have crystals growing out of me at any point, but I touch you, and in this low voice no one else can hear, I say, I get the appeal of this. This is pretty great.
Well, you have to tell me about it sometime.
This is like a power that, like, Cthulhu has this vision that nobody else can see. I don't think, like, you see things obviously in the weave that none of us can,
Yes,
and I
it's
think
true.
you take it for granted that we can all see it. And the way that manifests itself at the table is this Jerry, Chris back and forth, where I'm
Axis.
like,
I'll just sit back. I don't know what's going on.
Call it what it is.
Yeah.
It's a fuck fest.
it's a fuck
Yeah.
fest. It's
Yeah,
a
It's a
hate
linear circle jerk.
anyway. I think that's
Little jerk.
I think that's what
It's
that's
efficient.
Cthulhu's eyes allow him to see is the nonsense that you two talk about. And so for a minute, for like one tiny little second, Kate and Rosie got to see through and see this nonsense and be like, I get it. And there's a great deal of relief.
Well, and as I suggested, when you look at this ball that you're inhabiting of this unruly, not fully Euclidean ocean, you're one of us now.
Yeah,
So
great.
I'm inviting you in. You
Trust me, you don't want to be in this club.
you swear that you see occasionally. It's like if you've been watching the surface of a calm lake for a while, and every now and then you see a fish. It's like looking out in this knot of capability for the ship. You can see. You think that you see sparkles and twinkles going along these paths. From time to time, you think that you see other things
Oh,
traveling this bizarre ocean you've just discovered.
do they look like they're traveling now, or is this like echoes of something that was here before us?
Well, one hesitates to speculate,
one does.
but it's possible that they are vessels. It's possible that they are some kind of fish that lives out here.
Yeah.
Let's
one.
entertain that.
Yep, that's one
Lucky
possibility.
fish.
Space fish.
The lucky fish.
Back. Don't worry. I got something for you. I'm going to feed you, little bird. Don't you worry about the fish.
He's in space now.
He's in space the whole time.
I knew it.
That's why
I
you
push
couldn't catch
Kithra. I
it.
say, get out of my way, beautiful mind. There's fish out here.
What a callback.
You think that they may be the sorts of vessels, boats which are boats, traveling on this ocean as well.
Okay. Well, that is a problem for future Rosie to figure out because right now we got to head toward the same. Does the Homeward Star look different through my new eye patch?
Okay, let's see. What would that look like? Right now, none of the 5 planets, none of them have the red cast that seems to presage their disappearance.
Okay.
But none of them, they all have a faint cast of that purple sheen. There is something present on every one of them.
One of the stars?
Every remaining star has that cast to it. It's minor, but it's unmistakable.
Right. So, are we getting any closer to it as we?
It doesn't feel like it. Now that you have figured out how this new place works, it may be time to leverage those skills in an animal Handelian
All right.
context.
I'll juice it.
Oh yeah, now you can.
Yeah, need to. Oh gosh, 13.
Dang juices. What
Rolling like Garbojo today.
am I gonna do?
It's fine. It's marvelous for my purpose. I've never felt more alive. That's when I kill a player. That's
The mast falls down.
that's my meal.
It's poorly made.
Him. He's barely hanging on as it is.
Oh yeah, it's like I have so much fun. It's the killing him. It's like that has to extend.
I have a question.
What?
Never mind.
Oh, no,
No,
please.
now I need to know.
No, don't leave me hanging now.
I'm wondering if there's a way that, like, if I were, like, recognizing that this ship is a thing that could be hurt, if I was, like, petting the banister, could I, like, confer some animal handling?
Ooh.
Is it an animal?
Interesting. Tell me, how would you confer animal handling?
You could
Well,
pet
because
Rosie.
I'm assuming this is like an unwieldy beast that you're trying to tame at every
Yes.
moment.
Yes, that is very accurate.
And if anybody would get the connection between the pain in Rosie's body and the boat, it would have been Walnut.
Yes. So I'm thinking if Walnut is like, you know, she's very paranoid that they're all going to die because she hates this ship and being in space and everything about it. And so if she is just there in her own anxieties, willing and like trying to
help.
Trying
It's
to help,
Maybe
like, trying
maybe that's better.
like trying to keep the ship steady. Like, you know, when you're in an airplane or when I'm in an airplane and I think about it going like this and I'm just willing it
Yeah.
to
And then you have your friend
land
Kate to
safely.
hold your hand.
Yes,
Or your friend
exactly.
Chris to hold your hand.
Yes, exactly.
No, we became plane friends on our way down to Oz, and I learned a lot about Amy.
Yeah, like she blacks out when she takes her anti-anxiety medicine.
Nice.
So that was really cool. Table talk. We'll talk
That
about
was
that later.
TED Talk.
That was a wild fucking ride.
Could I, in that way, confer animal handling?
You mean a bonus to animal handling?
Yes.
Yes, and so you want to do this by taking good care and being gentle to this beast?
Yes.
Yeah, but I need that RP.
The RP. So, yeah, Walnut is, I'm assuming like her and Brahma were just chit-chatting or whatever.
Yeah. Brahma. It's like you pass each other on the boat. Like you're often up top doing things, and then she feels a real responsibility to the daughters.
Okay, great.
And so it's like it was a sort of thing where it's like she'll come up to talk to you on the deck. Hat comes off. It's instant.
Yes.
And then then it's like as she is, yeah. And as soon as she is about to go down, there's a pause, an exhalation, crown goes back on.
Okay, so after she takes her leave, and when Kithris takes the helm, there is a moment where the ship rocks, and Walnut gets on the banister, not like on it. She like puts her whole weight on it.
Clings to it.
Clings to it, like fainting couches into it. And she leans her head on it and she just starts whispering to it like, please let us make a safe journey. You're a good ship. You've bared our weight so many times. And she's just pleading with it to help them make safe voyage.
Perfect. Yes. Well, next time you have an opportunity to flex on this, we will definitely make this happen. Josh, if you'd be so kind.
Oh, get my +5.
So, as you are trying to figure out exactly like the point of entry, you're looking up at this stew pot of twisting nether paths out in front of the ship, and trying your best to get Coriander slotted into one of them that you think will deeply hasten your capacity to arrive at these stars sometime during your lifespan. There is even on the deck, you're starting to see a glint of rich blue light, and then rich green light, rich blue light, just over the cast, and you're starting to hear something like it's like a long, drawn out note from a cello that is increasing in volume. And in a few moments, as you're trying to get slotted in here, there are no less than 3 ships that have begun to approach Coriander.
Like an escort
One
formation?
above, it looks very much like an escort. But what you would see, except that the escort that would have been in the front on a traditional ocean is now immediately over or top,
Okay.
up near what is sometimes called the boat hat.
It's a technical term. He's learning.
Yep.
Yeah, he can't be taught. So you're seeing in each of them is sort of casting this light back and forth between the two, and each of them looks something like a violin, like they're long, lovely vessels that don't have a nautical heritage at all.
No sails, no masts.
These are very clearly creatures of this type of ocean, and so that the metaphor carries all the way out. Like the prow itself is like a sweeping, gentle knot out in the front, smooth bow that is almost like suspended over the top of the greater meat of the vessel below, but it's all curved woods, beautiful metal inlays. Thanks, Josh.
Jeez. Okay. But they're just coming along to flank us. They're not attacking us. They're
You
not
don't.
making any-
I mean, God only knows. I mean, it's possible that one of these museum-ready knots or whorls on the sides of these represent some kind of weapons system. It'd be hard to say. I mean, that by itself probably confers some fear. This is an authentically alien shape.
Yeah. I'm not playing it cool at all. I'm just like, holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
I see them as well. Yeah.
Yeah. They are also there. Yes, it's true.
I look over at Walnut and Dinar. Y'all see this, right?
She's opening and closing her mouth.
There are long tongues of polished wood and brass sort of spooling out from the 2 ships on the sides,
Okay.
coming to rest at the top of the banister on each side. The ship above simply is glowing, and in fact, underneath it, you can see that they have some kind of physical glass. It's almost like an hourglass that is consistently sort of gently spinning in the base alternating between these two colors.
The green and the blue.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so when these tongues finally lap on and attach, you can see a robed figure from each side beginning to walk over these planks, for lack of a better term.
What do the figures look like?
The figures look like they are about 6.5 feet tall.
Okay.
They have their robes are of a similar style,
Okay.
but they are, which is to say, gaudy,
Yes.
offensive. Some of these colors you think seem impossible, but wherever they shop, one can secure a robe of this make.
Okay.
Each of them has something that looks like an incense, like a censer, attached to. So if the robe was already at the bare, naked edge of what was tolerable, fashion-wise, this definitely moves it into a criminal act, something in the vein of a war crime. We're talking about a pauldron on the right shoulder. God help us. Maybe platinum, along with a silver linked chain that goes around the back of the neck and then comes down, droops in the front, and bears a censer in front of them that just sort of gently swings along with them.
Okay.
So
Jeez.
I don't see the one on the other side, but I see the one that's on my side.
The heads, Walnut,
Yes.
have a distinctive sort of dual lobe split down the middle. Their head seems to rise up on each side, deeply pronounced brow, comical, almost Jim Hensonian eyebrows,
Okay.
largely flat faces,
Okay.
but no cruelty in the face. If
that's
anything,
fine.
curiosity. They seem to be taking a special notice of everything to do with the ship. Any living thing that happens to be on the ship, they don't seem to dwell on for very long.
Oh.
I turn to Cthulhu and say, number one, the helm is yours. And because I don't think that you'd make a great diplomat right now.
I kept. And I do the like look at Eddie's standing. He's not actually doing anything, but
And then I slowly come to, I think, wherever you are, down near where these folks are approaching, just warily. I've got my staff is out.
Yeah.
Here, very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Roll a perception.
Oh boy. 12?
No. Here, go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, so
Why not? Yes.
I say to I hold up my hands, and I say very loudly, and I go, stop. What are you doing?
She's not a great diplomat either.
Hang on, give her a second.
I don't think I could have done worse than that.
She negotiated with Jarlaxle last night.
it's
And Christopher Perkins knew his boat terms also.
Yeah.
Just want to say.
Yeah, he did. He
Are
did.
you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, he knows words. And his Jarlaxle is nasty.
In my own house.
Yeah.
No. So it takes what seems like too long, a few seconds, for this entity to tear its eyes away from the main mist, which is a boat word.
Oh,
Chris Perkins know that word?
I don't know.
Right.
Oh, we're just going to get our boat dicks out now, I guess.
The boat dick is surprisingly not a part of the boat.
Poop dick.
That's where you're wrong.
Yeah, I guess that's true. The whole boat is a kind of dick if you think about it.
I do.
It takes a few seconds. So he eventually is able to almost like with some strain tear his eyes away. So the eyes remain on the main mist while the rest of his head is trying to get his eyes to look down at you. And then it says, "Are you the one I should be speaking to?
I say,
Have you authorization over
this vessel.
I go, I got all the authorization you need.
I see no mark of station.
I say, the hell she does.
Oh, God.
Question number one, where'd you get that coat?
It's just,
Yeah, no. No, I'm asking the question.
he continues to watch.
Where'd you get it?
This moment of pause is, to him, authorization to leave the plank and step down into the vessel.
Oh, sure.
Oh, no.
There is a what's it?
Oh no.
Play D&D. Go ahead.
I was like,
I know you want to.
He steps into the vessel.
he steps in the vessel.
Yeah, yeah.
And I draw my sword.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It takes a few more seconds for him to register the blade, and then he just seems bewitched, almost hypnotized by it.
I think, Rosie, I would put a hand on you and say, not yet.
Yeah, and
Belay. Hey.
Always violence with you. Always violence. Why is it the first option?
to the other side, this one appears to have more of a diplomatic cast, and he has not yet entered the vessel.
Okay. So I think with a hand on Walnut to stay the blade, because she
cuts him.
She cuts a
We
bitch.
know how she do.
She do.
Yeah.
And so with that on Rosie, I would turn to both of these new friends.
Yeah.
And say, who are you and why are you aboard my ship?
Shadow Council, may our labors please you.
What?
an incredible opportunity to go into the break. We will come back with more incredible astral revelations forthwith. Don't go nowhere. Hello, this is Jennifer K. Harkrims. Welcome back to Test C Teams. Of course, when last we saw our heroes, they had a couple novel interlocutors from some strange ships, which are, as I have described before, a combination of an hourglass and a violin. That's the type of campaign we got
Sexy as hell. if you
in
ask me.
these parts. Now, you had just asked one of these new friends what?
I had stayed Walnut's hand
Blade.
for just a moment and asked them what the beep they're doing on my ship.
And I asked where they got their coat.
That's true. There's two questions that they need to answer.
Yeah.
Exactly. So in toto, so as I said, one of them has reached the end of their plank. This is, conceptually speaking, the vessel on the left.
Right.
And has adopted a sort of diminutive bowing posture, sort of at the end, like asking permission to enter the ship.
This is not the one that was smart enough to Walnut.
No. The other one is now on the deck of the ship.
Okay. The nice one, the quiet one.
Exactly. And he is sort of looking around at the ship, at the gathered throng. And there is a string, like a coil of gossamer rope at the base of the mainmast, and his eyes sort of move from person to person, and then when he sees the coil of rope, he says, "Ah, yes. You are a dwarf, are you not?"
Oh man. Do you need glasses, sir?
It is our interactions with, some would say, lesser races. I would never use this diminutive term.
And this is what actually happens with the hands.
Now tell me about the hands.
Very long.
Okay.
6 fingers, but then also 6 joints.
Ew.
Yeah. So many.
Yeah, so it's like he's waving 2 giant fans. Like you can feel air pressure just from his gesture.
Okay.
36 joints per hand.
Yeah.
That's a value.
I was just going to say per hand. And he says,
We have very little exposure to these, you, all these you.
This is wonderful to hear. However, you are not answering my question or my esteemed colleague's question.
Yeah.
What are you doing on my ship? Where'd you get your coat?
The coats, robes, really, have been secured at incredible price by a contact we have in Sigil.
Oh.
That should tell you everything you need to know about their manufacture.
He strokes with his massive pterodactyl fan hands down.
Finally, content for Cthulhu.
You're a weird dude. Chris.
But the
No, I don't see that. I don't want
it's like the incense is like a odd. It's like a sharp juniper, like a deeply strange herbal bite.
Okay. Well, this
They
is
take big breaths of it.
this is a on this ship we pronounce it sigil.
I don't know. On this chip, we pronounce it juniper.
Yeah. And what's a lot of money to you? Just so we know. Like,
What's the exchange
what's
rate?
great expense to you?
We can discuss this after. Yeah. But you are on my ship.
Exactly.
He says, and an incredible ship it is.
Agreed. Thank you. I actually was admiring your vessels. Quite curvaceous.
This old thing.
Yeah. Is it old?
Ancient.
That's just beautiful.
Oh, the best vessels are. This creature you've formed a bond with. This is no true spell jamming vessel, and we have a curiosity about its manufacture.
Well, I happen to know. I'm sorry, sir. Did you just snarf at me, sir? Did you just do a snarf?
Not intentionally.
Well, lucky for you, I happen
you
to
were.
know every detail of the manufacture, the handling, the repair.
The reason I ask, of course, is that, well, I may be getting ahead of myself. You are aware of our nature, yes? Our unique role in this strange sea.
I am, but he's not. So
You have sex with boats.
Yeah.
I would guess.
Yeah.
What is the face?
He says, you are, of course, familiar with we the arcane.
And he's just very, very tall, very thin in this moment. The hands themselves drawn up too close in the middle, seeming to drip from the palm.
I will say that you should hurry this up because my esteemed colleague over here is a little itchy to pull that blade.
Oh, it is a weapon.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
And Rosie, I give Walnut a look like,
Oh, Walnut casts Flame Blade, and it flames lick out over Foremother.
Now I recognize it, yes. Very dangerous. Listen. The arcane that rings no bells for you.
I'm sorry, which ones? What is it?
This is an Arcana
word
check?
arcane Cthulhu suddenly.
Yeah, like Chris Arcana check, like from the Flyers. No, he says,
Well, you're new here. Are you perhaps familiar with...
takes a second or so to spin around in place and present a new visage. It's the same face. He says,
the Marcane?
On our world, they don't hold much sway.
The helmsman?
Yeah.
Space twisters?
Are you guys ringing out any bells?
Oh.
I don't think so.
Is there a kit that we should have received?
Yeah, is there
Yeah.
like a pamphlet we should have read ahead of time? Player's handbook?
Do
of
we
some
know? Do
kind,
any of us
or-
know?
No,
Okay.
that's no, not even part of it. Not even like the twister part.
Wait, I
Space
think
Twisters.
No.
Actually,
Actually, you know what? No. Yeah.
His eyes glimmer for a hopeful moment.
Yeah. He just doesn't want to look dumb. He's like, oh, yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah, huh?
Maybe.
How are they?
And he says, and he casts a look of mild despair toward his friend on the other plank, who at this point has begun to turn around in place and walk back toward his own boat. There's some kind of a gesture. Seems like a welcome gesture, a come here gesture. It is not returned by his fellow. He says, "We are the sole vendors."
End of sentence?
Yeah. Of what?
Of the
soul vendors?
spell jamming helm that allows travel through this strange realm.
Also, these guys are door-to-door salesmen.
And he
Sells essential oils.
yeah, exactly. He wants to get you in his downstream. So he says, this helm, as I'm sure you're aware, is unlicensed. It has no license.
Oh, I believe we are thoroughly licensed, actually.
I wave the sword around.
It is a weapon, and it is also documentation.
If you want documentation,
This is what I'm saying.
Now you
We
have his attention.
We have some kind of like a card license, right? Like a
I produce the wildcard license and I'm like, Walnut Dongrass, Acquisitions Incorporated, documents are rank 3. You may not have heard of us out here, but trust me. And I like put a little finger on my badge.
His fellow stops halfway on the plank, turns around quicker than it seems they ordinarily are able to, and cocks his head. And the one nearest you says, Acquisitions Incorporated?
You heard me. I go, this is our wildcard license. Gives us exclusive rights to do business wherever the hell we want.
Acquisitions Incorporated wildcard licenses, typically restrained to a single crystal sphere, are they not?
typically.
Well, we're branching out.
He says, we did take a brief seminar with Omendron, who I
Great.
understand, may he live forever, is still the CEO of Acquisitions Incorporated.
Yes.
For now.
Has he ever mentioned crossing paths with Nexar?
No, you know, that never came up.
Nexar the Bold?
Nope.
Nexar the Bold. No. No mention.
Nexar, he of the Golden Helm?
Oh, he the Golden Helm, of course.
Yes, well, myself and Mr. Dron do have an acquaintance with one another.
Wow, so you must be very important. And this is completely sarcastic, but go ahead. I don't think he picks up on that.
He says, I was not aware, and indeed my conversations with Mr. Dron specifically dealt with the nature of his business outside the crystal sphere. Are there many vessels of this kind in the operation of Acquisitions Incorporated? It would create novel complications.
I pat the banister and I go, no, she's one of a kind.
He says, how is it moved?
Yeah, why don't you answer some questions for us first, and then we can teach you about this ship that you clearly want to add to your collection, friend. What do you want with my ship? I'm on a very important mission. You've interrupted me.
If it is a spell jamming helm, it must have a spell jamming license.
I can't stressed enough to you how stupid the word spell jamming is.
Well, it may be an interesting novel word. It may be that your fat tongue has novel challenges with higher languages. It is massive, madam.
I think it is.
I didn't want to say anything.
Leg of lamb rattling around in your mouth.
It's a pretty cool word. He's right.
Every single time.
Damn it, Dinar.
He says, if it has no mystical, if it is not an artificerness, if it is not a major or minor helm, it may be that my existing relationship with Omendron may be sufficient to allow travel through the phlogiston.
I say, okay. Walnut
At the mention of phlogiston, he waves his hand like this at space.
Through it.
Walnut sheaths her sword and she says, look, I can see that you're obviously the authority on spell jamming. And the word turns to mush in her mouth.
Roger.
Flog Sam.
She says, this is just a primitive vessel from our primitive crystal sphere we are using to get to a horrible place and take care of a horrible threat. And it'll be out of your whole spell jamming court. So really, we're doing you a favor. I think you should just let us through. Pretend you didn't see anything.
Unless one of these spell jamming helms could get us there faster. What if these guys are the upgrade vendors? If we want to augment the vessel, we got to buy it from them.
I look at him and I say, now, if we were to get a license, say we were to get a license,
Yes.
is there any way you could help upgrade this vessel? Could you help us go faster?
He says, I'm not familiar with the capacity of this vessel, its capabilities.
I bust in. They're beyond your reckoning, sir. Sir, this vessel, even we don't know everything it's capable of.
That's true.
That's true.
He says, I propose a test then.
I love tests.
He
Mercy would love tests.
She would.
he takes a big step, a wobbling step back up onto his plank, which creaks as he walks back. And even before he is back on his side, that tongue has already begun to spool and retract back into his vessel. And then from the edge of his vessel, he points out and indicates a star, second star to the right.
Straight until morning.
And he says, let us see what sort of license is required. And the hourglass begins to whirl ever quicker below. And he says, you first, madam.
Yeah.
All right. I salute officially, and I go back to the helm
Yeah.
where you are still posing at ease.
Yeah. I say, are you proud of me?
And
I didn't say anything to them. I didn't even go over there when Walnut was telling them that we were garbage. And that's a thing I do. I await your orders.
And I tug your robe so that you bring your ear down very close to my face, and I go, I'm so very proud of you. And I take the helm. And I guess we just have to go as fast as we can toward the star. So I kind of like, I'm like, y'all ready? Boom!
Floor it. Yeah.
Y'all ready for this?
Yeah, exactly.
Get this?
Boom, boom, boom. Now, because this vessel has been thoroughly coaxed,
Thank you.
it would be a good opportunity.
I'd love to.
Exactly.
to flex on them.
Take my
goods.
take my bonus.
Please make it a good. Ooh, that's a 25.
Okay.
Mwah, mwah.
So you can see that they have sort of like spun up and have started to move like a little bit, but it's just it's like at the starting line sort of thing. Like they're getting ready to gun it. So when you throw this helm forward, exactly, you can see. You know where the paths are, and you can. I mean, underneath through the crystal, you can see where the roads are as they sit. But with this level of success, which is to say, for your purpose, over a 20,
Well over.
you think that if you really do it, really go, you think that you can cut sort of in a ditch between two of these other paths
Yeah.
and just drop right underneath it and slide through it.
I can make the Kessel run in less than 12
Yes,
parsecs.
exactly. And so when you grip this and push it forward, they're gone.
Nice. Okay.
You don't see them, and you don't see them catching up.
Okay. Just keep trucking.
We hurtle into the star. Finally, sweet release.
You're annihilated. No,
Nice.
it is. You have basically found you're like like a record player needle. Like you've just like found the spot between these two other paths where whatever the strange friction that exists out here is minimized.
What does it feel like for all of us on
Hell.
the ship? As far obviously hell for sure. But there are no G-forces.
No, it isn't like that. If you're sensitive to it, it's mostly the main concern out here is it isn't that you're going to get sick, although Walnut is especially sensitive to it.
He's the one that gets sick.
I was throwing up too.
It's the
You're just scared. I was throwing up.
but it has
And
to
scared.
it has to do with the spatial. It has to do with the fact that your senses aren't designed for it.
Okay.
It's just it's nauseating in that way because your body doesn't know what to do. But it isn't really about G-forces. It's about being exposed to authentically strange sights.
It's like 360
Exactly.
Omnimax vertigo.
Well, yeah, it's exactly the same thing. It's like it's the roller coaster simulator,
Okay.
right?
I'm having a blast. I'm having the best time.
No,
I yell.
you were pushing this thing forward, and it's like as you're traveling through these worlds, and you know it's not.
I say, now this is pod racing.
Yeah, you know that it's not. You know that it's not flat. Like you know that you're traveling on these curves, but you just have it right in the pocket,
Okay.
and it's minimized these effects.
Right in the pocket of big spell jamming.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right where I want to be.
So you feel confident that at some point, if you ever cross an Arcane or Mercane or whoever these guys are, there's going to be a form you have to fill out almost certainly. But it's not clear when you'll see them again.
Yeah, don't need them.
No, they are gone.
They're my dust.
Yeah.
And if there's a form that we got to fill out, I know exactly who to do it.
Who?
My nut.
I say we just divert course and keep going towards the Homer Star.
we
'cause-
just steal their ship.
No.
I wish we did.
Yeah. We
It's a
still
cool
just
ship.
got our ship.
Okay.
But we will steal one of their ships someday. Don't you worry, Dinar. But yeah, if we look behind us and they're nowhere to be found, then I say, well, I guess
keep going.
I guess we passed the test. So
no license required.
yeah.
Yeah, I
that's-
guess they didn't say come back.
Yeah,
they
you
just
get-
said go that way.
You get the honorary
Yeah,
license.
it's kind of like if you go to the DMV and you just drive fast enough out of there, they can't catch you.
No.
until
If
get
you
a
drive
license.
your car into the front of the DMV,
Yeah.
there's a whole other set of rules that takes place.
Right. Not a lot of
And-
people know about that.
Yeah, discover that yourself.
But I do. I'm like, okay, so I guess we're just gonna
Keep going.
keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
we turn
So you
towards
can. So from here, you've gunned it. It isn't like it's away from where you want it to go, but there's definitely a way to optimize this course. Basically, lift up the needle package, in the record player arm, and then drop it down into another groove without a bounce.
All right, I do that.
That's dice rolls.
Oh, okay. Is it mandling?
It is manual handling. Now, does anybody want to dish up something?
I would like to give advantage.
Thank you.
Animal.
Nice. Okay,
a
that was
good one.
pretty good. Okay, that was another. God, I'm rolling like
A lot
Lot of
of
force.
force.
a lot of you.
today.
Yeah, it's because of that crystal. I got a 17. Do I still have your goose?
I have the goose back here. Don't you worry about the goose.
Oh, okay. I added it last time. So
I got
it's
goose.
17
Oh.
plus her goose.
Killer. Okay. So, I mean, an external perspective on the boat would see it traveling on genuinely bizarre paths. From the perspective of the boat, there's some spin in the starfield, but this is a big jump. This is you basically doing like an ollie or a kickflip or something with this boat off of a ramp made of reality and then landing it on another vector
Can he see all
and
this?
continuing to
Like
push.
all of the reality rope piping.
Oh yeah, I mean he is seeing something much like he is literally a lens through which things like this can be viewed.
Okay.
Maestro's even better. We've seen the best. In fact, I tell both of you, like, if you want to appreciate the majesty of this, just gaze through my body. Use me as a looking glass through which may be viewed wonders.
I just look sadly at your crystal parts, shake my head.
A little gross.
Hard pass.
Yeah.
But then the best part. So are you saying that at the end, Cthulhu is like this, and then he just puts his own
Also
arm down?
looks through to get some more.
Well, you want to do that Exhibit A, like this.
Right, yeah.
And then,
Just saying it's
wow.
available. Don't miss out.
As you are hurtling through this new place, which you are rapidly developing a mastery of, on your course directly ahead, in the greater distance, you can see what looks like a twinkling sort of ribbon of what you think, even from here, may be small ships.
Oh,
Something like a flotilla.
right.
There might be as many as 30 small ships. Nothing like smaller than coriander, but great in number. But then much, much nearer to you, you can see a chunk of what looks like quartz. It's nothing like the sanguinous crystal. It's more like on the geode tip, where it's like the mineral formation coming out of like a heavy, almost like an anchor weight, a base of stone
Yeah.
from which crystals have grown. And then at the very tip of it, at the base, there is there's a massive ring that looks like it's been bolted or screwed in. And this ring, the ring itself is maybe 3 feet in diameter. Mm-hmm. And then from that ring attached to this crystal are a number of ropes that extend out, of course, not in the traditional way, not on a single plane, but imagine that from that hangs 8 or 9 small dinghies that are just floating at different layers, different levels. Mm-hmm. And through the vision that you share, you can see that one of these paths sort of runs through here, but almost sideways, like almost at a weird angle. And in each of these tiny vessels, crewed by 1 or 2 halflings, they are casting rods out into space, into the side of this ribbon.
Oh. What? Are the little fish boats? The fish have boats? Everybody's got a boat out here?
So they can see the ribbon, but can we see the ribbon? Is this the Cthulhu's eye thing that's letting her see the ribbon, or no?
No, they're just good at it.
Okay.
I mean, you think that they're here because it's good fishing.
Yeah.
But they have a sense that of why it might be good fishing.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, come get you some. Just one look.
I go, oh, fine.
Well,
Take your forearm.
Like he picks me up like this and looks down me like a telescope from my feet.
From the base all the way through your body. Yuck.
and he's light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Oh.
If there are halflings out here, I'm gonna slow our roll.
There's halflings aplenty. In fact, you don't see anyone who isn't a halfling here. These are small dinghies, and there's 2 or 3 halflings per these 8 or 9 boats.
Wow.
I'm gonna pull up, do like Tokyo Drift, and pull up alongside.
One of them is like furiously rowing. You don't know how it works, but they are able to shift and move their boat up toward the side
Nice.
of the boat.
Huh. And
And the smile on their face is wide.
I don't know why, but I smile back. I'm so excited to see a halflings in space.
He says, "Hey,
I know, right? Hey.
you're scaring the fucking fish."
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I'm sorry.
Okay.
About that. I'm not being loud. I'm just
Yeah,
I'm just so
you
excited.
are loud. Do you understand? You are noise.
What are they speaking? You know,
Are we speaking halfling?
Halfling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Am I the only one who speaks halfling?
I don't think I speak halfling. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
What? And I start. It doesn't matter.
You start whispering like from your massive boat.
What?
He's like, "Yeah, we eat them. We catch them and eat them. So you can't be here."
I can help you catch more fish. I got a big old boat. Look at me. But that's not important. What are you doing in space?
We live here. What are you doing in space? What is anyone doing in space?
That's another great question. That's another great question.
We're fishing. That's what we're doing.
I'm kind of.
We have to bring the fish back there so that they can eat it.
Do you know?
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
I have an incredibly accomplished fisherman aboard my ship.
Is that true?
Yes. Yes. He's unbelievable. I think he could probably speed up your process.
I heard there was a fish he couldn't catch.
It's just digging in his nose on that.
Oh, so you've heard of it?
Okay, so we're gonna go back. We're not gonna say that.
Okay.
I said that to her. I said that to her, Dinar. He's like, "Look, we need all the help we can get.
Okay.
We need all the help we can get."
All right. Hang on. Dinar!
Just like he's right next to you.
And it's just like at this point we're talking about like 30 halflings.
Yeah.
Just look up from their boats.
Oh, sorry. Dinar, they're fishing. They're fishing in space, Dinar. Dinar!
Yeah.
Do you remember that time when you did the fishing? And you did it really good.
It wasn't in space though.
What's the difference? Space is just a big fluid.
Are we stopping?
We're stopped.
Yeah.
Stopping.
No,
the
this
fish.
is Walnut talking.
Can we do this? Yeah.
Walnut goes, I'm sorry, are we stopping so that Dinar can fish when we need to go destroy the Sanguilith?
Don't put this on me. This is her family reunion. I'm just here.
You know what? I'm not related to every halfling. Just a
You're
lot.
No.
Oh, he's like, I really thought you were.
No, so you say, "I'm not related to every halfling," and he extends his hand out to you, Dinar, and he says, "Libram Beestinger." I had to do it. It's too
Finger, just like.
Okay, bad example.
Well, okay, maybe that one.
One, yes.
Yeah. I go, hey, you. Other one over there.
Oh, it's the other one that's in the boat.
Yeah, just another boat.
He's like,
What's your name?
Yeah,
What's your name, sailor?
Taurus Beestinger. Is that a problem?
2.
Ipso facto.
He's like, is it?
He doesn't even know what it is.
He's like,
Cathris.
Rosie has brought us to her secret clatch of warriors. They were here, no doubt, undercover as humble fishers, people of the skies.
Oh, I get it. Nice one, Rosie. So we're just going to take them too, and they're going to help us destroy the Sanguilith, right?
We'll throw them into the whirling bladed throat of the Sanguilith.
And if
And
they're
they will buy us time with their bodies.
I mean, if they're all as deadly as Rosie.
We'll choke their rivers with their dead.
No, wait a minute.
oh
I
no.
don't think that's the plan. But Rosie, yeah, are they all trained like you are? Is that
done.
Are they set to go?
We might have to come back later. We have something. My name's Rosie Beestinger.
What do they get? Yeah.
Just clasps you. He says, Rosie Beestinger, you're loud. Still,
been told.
even after we talked about it.
I've been told that.
And it's weird at a certain point. And he steps back and he says, yeah, well, there's a lot of bee stingers. So he gestures at the 30 some odd ships in the flotilla.
All of them. These are all bee stingers?
I think they're Tomnuks?
I don't know.
The other one
think
spits
so.
into space.
No, I suppose they wouldn't be.
Reveals out.
You knew all along. You knew that they would help us. Your own kind up here. Why did you keep it a secret from us?
Are you from space?
What do you need me to do? Again? Is it like you yelled for me? What do you need me to do?
Hold on. What has been happening with the Homeward Star? Surely you've seen
What's
it.
left of it?
Yeah. What's going on?
We have to go back before there's no stars left.
That's where we're going. We are all of this purpose. They each have some relationship to what seems to be a god that's swallowed by an evil prison, and it's up there.
He points his head down in the internationally recognized signal to come in and share a confidence.
Aline,
And he says, they seem quite tall for halflings.
they are.
You really think this is something we can trust? You think this is something people who aren't halflings give a shit about?
Yeah.
You see, there's and I'm looking at Zara and I'm like, yeah, and I'm gonna stab the Sanguilith just like this.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna give him one of these.
Oh, you hate that the most.
Yeah.
That's the worst part to hit him on.
And that's what I'm gonna do.
Yes. The answer is yes, definitely. I don't know why, but they do. I know them way better than I know you.
He nods his head. He says, Rosie's a good name.
Thanks. It's short for Rosemarine.
I don't like that as well.
Yeah.
He gets back in his boat and he says, you coming, big guy?
I don't even know what I'm doing. So, yep.
To secure their confidence, no doubt.
Is that it, Rosie?
To assess their. So, he can help you fish. Is that going to help with the situation at the Homeward Star? Because if not, we have to kind of boogie.
He's like, we need to feed all these ships.
Are you all headed that way? Right now?
Is that not why you're here?
Yes, it is. It is. It's exactly why I'm here. It's just a strange coincidence that a whole flotilla of my family would
We
be
have
here.
been gathering this flotilla for many, many years. You've read The Velvet Cloak, of course. Is that how you...
Oh, yeah. That's one of the ones we have.
Read one called just the book. I don't know. It didn't have a name, but maybe it was called The Velvet Cloak.
The Velvet Cloak.
This is the underneath in the narrators. Like see the Velvet editor.
No. It's like issue 17.
Yeah.
Is the Velvet Cloak, is it the one that talks about the tome nooks and the bee stingers and the spinnerets?
It's like, it depends on where you were. The same book has many names.
Oh, okay. It had, yes, I think I've read it. Yes.
He says, that's our purpose.
That's our purpose.
He says, we can't do it on an empty stomach.
That's true. How long will this voyage take?
He says, from here,
Yeah.
with good winds,
Yeah.
he says, maybe a month.
Yeah, we're gonna need some food.
45 pounds of it right here.
I say,
Y'all like taters?
what are we doing? You yelled in my ear, and then you've been chittering in squirrel talk for a half hour.
Okay, yes.
That was not squirrel.
It's like, it's close enough. It sounds
A lot of chirps.
a lot of chirps.
All right. I explain. These are Dinar. They do happen to be all my family members, but that is not. That's not typical. They are also on the way to destroy the Sangolith, because
I want to do it.
I think that you're going to be essential in the actual ensuing combat.
And they're just fishermen.
Exactly.
What are they going to do?
Yes.
They're so small.
You're right. Your warrior abilities eclipse even my greatest hopes for any of these. However,
Thank you.
They're not like right there.
yeah. Speaking in common, which I just assume they don't
Maybe
speak
they don't.
I know. Because he said, "You ready to go, big guy?"
in halfling.
Yeah, they're baiting hooks
Okay.
with what looks like maybe a tablespoon of mud. They're just pressing it around the hook.
Mud around here.
Nice.
That's not gonna catch much. Anyway, the trip's gonna take a month.
We're making better time than that.
Well,
I thought so too, but
I got stuff I gotta do.
Do they eat fish? I can get them fish. What kind of
Yeah.
fish are out here?
I can get potatoes. Do they like potatoes?
I will ask both of those questions. Do you have a question that you would like me to pose to them?
None other than perhaps are there any tome nooks or spinnerets among them?
Okay. Yes. None, except I do have 5 questions.
You should just be like, "Does anyone want to look through my arm?" Yeah.
Only question that matters.
It's a good arm.
Okay,
Change your
so
life.
I turn back to Libram, is his name?
Yes.
And I say, what kind of fish do you guys eat? Do you like potatoes? And are there any tome nooks or spinnerets with you?
It says, well, any fish is fine.
Okay.
And you'll see,
All right.
we're not picky out here.
Oh boy. Okay.
Potatoes, I would say that you're going to meet people who would probably kill for a potato. I think that would be well
I
received.
think that's unnecessary.
Well, I mean, until now, if you have a source of potatoes,
I mean, you want to
hundreds have died.
go downstairs in our ship. There's about 44 pounds.
Just loosely rolling around.
That's
fine.
It's like every 5 minutes, like,
You're gonna throw them away.
Yeah, suffice to say, we can get you potatoes.
You want fish?
Yeah. How much of this are we understanding? Is he going in
No.
common or halfling?
No,
this is Chirpsville.
I'm
Okay, wait.
translating back and forth. So my esteemed colleague, and I reach sort of blindly groping for Walnut's leg or arm, whatever I can get.
And I just give you, I give you
My
my
esteemed
crystal
colleague,
arm.
oop, not that one. No. Walnut,
Yes.
this is my esteemed, I'm still speaking halfling, but the word walnut is a proper noun, so you hear me. Walnut, and then I point. She has the capacity to get lots of fish, pretty much whenever she wants. I just told him you can get lots of fish. So
Oh, yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be nice to him, right? I'm just joking. They're going to eat him. I
oh
know.
boy, you had me for a second there.
Let's get some fish,
She's
though.
always joking.
That's
right,
incredible.
Let's just kill him.
Let's just get. Can you just summon dead fish? Cut out the middleman.
No, they're just space fish. They're not like a realm I care about.
Oh sure.
Actually, let's see if this even works in space.
What if the tome nooks and the spinneret?
Right. Yes. I'm so sorry. Tome nooks and spinnerets, are they on the ships?
the tome nook. I mean, he's already mentioned.
Oh.
And he says this is mostly a
Seafaring. Yeah.
bee stinger fleet. And he says, but if I were a spinneret, would I tell you?
They are the spies.
Their
purpose is known, of course. Fuck. Their purpose is known.
That's what I want to get at.
Oh, right.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I relay this to you.
Would they
The
tell
tome
you?
nooks are home. They're dorks at home with their books, apparently. And then he says, if he was a spinneret, would he tell us?
I don't know. I don't know anything about him. You can tell him that I'm new here in this land, and that I want to know everything about the spinnerets, which they didn't want to write down in a book. I'm just going to ask point blank.
All right. I translate that, but there's no word in halfling for drow.
Yeah.
So it's just
like tall blue halfling.
Yeah, exactly. My tall blue halfling friend wonders if there's anything that that this. You know, it's not really the time. Why don't we let's
Yeah, y'all have a month to have this conversation.
But I like that Cthulhu would insist on it.
Sweet fish. Who cares?
Yeah, let's do some fishing. I have an incredible source of fish, but also an incredible source of potatoes, and I feel that if you would allow us to join your flotilla, we could be of help, of assistance to you. We could feed your many mouths.
It's like at the mouths, the mention of many mouths.
Yeah.
It's like just like a shiver passes over his face.
Oh.
But then he regains his composure and he says, "Yeah, there's a place for a bee stinger, of course."
Okay. All right. We're back to the common. Fish, they're all about it. Fish. Dinar, I have a feeling you're going to be a very popular gentleman with this crowd. They are big fans of potato.
Finally.
And then it sounds
Potato
like
King.
you and Libram can have some bonding time on our way to the Sangolith, and he can answer all your questions. I'll teach you some halfling.
Why dine on fish when soon we could all fill our bellies with the corpse of a crystalline god?
He
Which
says,
is not as filling. I understand.
my tall blue halfling friend says he's delighted to join your party and can't wait to pick your brain.
Is it only going to take a month for them? Is it going to be faster for us? So it would take them a month,
Right.
And their little rinky-dink boats. We got a big old ballin' boat.
Let's just-
A lot of fish emojis coming up.
It's a miracle.
Where are the potatoes?
Bee stingers. Thank you.
We'll talk to
Shadow
Gavin
Council.
about a potato.
Potato, please.
Potato emoji.
Potato
Sorry.
emoji.
What did you just ask me? I got really distracted by the fish.
He said it. Well, he told you that it would take a month to get there.
Yes.
It would
But
take
for
them
us-
a month. Will it take us a month in our ballin' ship?
Maybe not, but I'm not going to leave them here. We need them.
Here, Cthulhu, can you give me a perception roll?
I'm gonna try.
If you would be so kind.
I'm a goose it.
Can you perceive
I gotta learn
these
something.
fish?
I'm trying to discover some things.
Perceive fish.
Hey, a 4!
Yay!
Is
Womp, womp, womp,
this-
womp.
Is this
Are you
perhaps
kidding?
the fifth 4 that's been rolled in this box
this
today?
box is cursed.
20.
All right, that's better.
Whew.
What is this, perception? So that's going to be what, like a 21? 21. 21.
So, as this is happening, and clearly you're not getting the spinneret information that you crave so readily, you cast your eyes over the aft section of the boat in rage and frustration, and you had not. It's just not where you looked previously.
Yeah.
But something about Coriander's travel through this place disrupts the whorls and strange geometry of the paths, so that there is a kind of wake behind Coriander that constitutes for other vessels a smooth path.
Oh, I see.
Oh, we can make it faster for them.
Oh,
So
they
we've
can
made, like, a
drift
pipe.
behind
I
us.
was saying, swim in our wake.
Drafting.
They can
Yeah.
join the. They can join the drift.
I was going to say time to us, but that's even better.
Yeah, at the mention of that, or I view that, and I will relay this to you. Mm-hmm. So, like, I think they can just follow behind us
Oh,
and use our speed. We're smoothing space as we travel.
okay.
And so this conversation is happening. He's watching the tall blue halfling sort of look back behind the ship through his weird arm, and he says, "I think we can convince the admiral to bring your friends. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Like I said, you have a good name. I think that's a name that has currency here."
That is excellent to hear. I would love to meet the Admiral. And I also convey this knowledge to him. And I untie my eye patch.
Oh, wow.
And I offer it to him as a way to see what Cthulhu
Oh, the
has
paths.
seen. Yeah,
Oh, for their helmsman.
right.
Nice.
Oh.
Very cool.
think they do.
Well, he accepts it graciously, and he says, "We won't need it for these boats." And he said, "You said something about fish.
Let me be very clear. You don't get to keep that.
It's not
just
for
want-
me. All right.
No.
Oh,
I can make you one.
okay.
I've just snapped
All right.
off my friend
It's
here.
a weird way to give someone a present, but
No, I just
that's
wanted,
cool. That's a cool way to do it.
I just wanted you to look.
Yeah. No.
So you could see these.
Sure.
You
See
know
the
what?
invisible
I'll just take
stuff.
it. I'll
That's
just take
great.
it back.
I'll use it to see a ghost. Cool.
This guy's a beast singer for sure.
You said something about fish?
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen any fish.
All right, Walnut, could
Yeah.
you do your beautiful fish magic, please?
Yeah. So their main boat is where?
Well, they're connected to this anchor
Yes.
that they float out from.
Okay,
So there
okay,
are
okay.
8 or 9. I mean, you have to specifically count.
Okay, got
But
it, got it.
they have a tiny little fleet attached to this heavy piece.
Perfect. So I look at the halfling. I'm like, Rosie, you're gonna want to tell all them to get ready for this flood.
Incoming fish!
And I use Forest Friends for the first time in like 2 seasons.
Yay!
And
And so what are you reaching into this ribbon for?
yeah. So Walnut puts her hand out and like feels for the presence of an animal. And
Yeah, you can feel like a dancing or a skittering underneath this membrane.
I pull towards us like I'm pulling like a bed sheet off a bed.
Or maybe like a net for fish.
No,
It's like a bed sheet.
it's nothing like that. It's like a bed sheet.
What about
a
a
bed.
fish? What about a bed sheet that has like a bunch of holes in it and very thin? It's a bed sheet made from very thin ropes.
It's like a low
What's the
thread
thread
count.
count? Well, I said it louder. No, it's like a tablecloth on a table.
Oh, and you just like withdraw it.
I'm saying that it's like space itself is moving and pulling these fish in.
That is so cool. Like you're just revealing them
It's
underneath
like a
it.
conveyor belt sushi.
Yeah.
It is like conveyor belt sushi.
It's conveyor belt space.
Look
And
at
they
it.
come out very slowly, so slow.
Too slow.
And the person in front of you gets it, and none for you.
You pull. It's like you sort of pull away, like disturb the top layer of this ribbon, and it, like through a pasta cutter, it just sort of like ribbons and spools away. It's like opening a sardine can, and thousands of what look like silver eels
Nice.
with eyes tip to tail
Not nice.
begin to flop and writhe out of this, and the reels and rods are down. They are just grabbing them out of space
Great.
and then putting them down in the bottom of the boat, and then they have to physically hold them down. Some do escape.
Eyeball covered eels?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is there symmetry? Is
delicacy.
it like bang, 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 bang? Or is it like blah, blah, blah?
There's a lot of them.
All right.
Right?
All right, now that's my fish friend. Welcome to my potato friend.
Yeah.
Dinar?
It is.
Dinar would just go down into the belly of the ship and just come up with like armfuls of potatoes and just start whipping them like a t-shirt cannon. Just like, come get them, you little freaks.
I like
you're in the general direction, and I hope they're like fighting over them. Like, whoa!
There's no like rending of space. There's no invocation of.
No,
It's
she
just like I had a bunch of these.
clumsily waddles up these. Yeah, they're not looking, just like, oh,
Like a kid.
yeah.
Both of these have made Rosie like bizarrely proud of you.
Either one. It's like that's their brands. So it is a celebration when a harpoon-like hook is launched out from the flotilla into the anchor, and then it is slowly reeled back to its home. Your boat following alongside. As you reach the group itself, it's all manner of vessels. There's no unifying architecture of any kind. It's the fruit of 100 worlds laid out in a bizarre delicacy. And you follow the smallest of the ships. That anchor finds its way, is pulled into and sort of attached to the base of what appears to be the flagship. The top has an organic curve, something like a beautiful crystal Christmas ornament blended with like a conch shell, so that there is transparency in the greater part of the shell that can be seen out. And inside you think you can see plants and gardens, but out in the flat part of the shell that opens out, a wide deck has been built. And as you leave your ship and a contingent from the vessel comes down a stair that follows the curve of the shell, the two groups meet, and the man you stand before, the admiral of this fleet, says, "It took you long enough, girl." That is the end of the first arc of the C Team Season 3 thing that we're doing on Twitch, the web. I know you've heard of it. We'll be right back with some table talk, and we'll get into some shit, and we'll talk about it for a while, and then we'll stop.
Jerry,
Bad boy.
I just want to keep playing. Do I recognize this guy, or can I roll to?
Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
I got a 12.